y'all, today I'm showing you Virginia peanut soup. This recipe is from the King's Arms Tavern from Colonial Williamsburg, where I grew up. Ingredients you'll need. I've listed everything here that you'll need. This recipe is courtesy of them. Now first up, I removed the strings from the celery. You don't have to because we are going to strain the soup later on, but I just think it's just a nice touch. So I do that. And now I'm just going to finely dice the celery up. And now I go a step further. You don't have to do this, but I put everything into the blender, into the food processor, I should say. And I get it really smooth because, like I said again, you are going to strain this. So you finely dice one medium onion as well. And of course, I'm using the food processor because I have really horrible chopping skills. But again, it really wasn't necessary because I'm going to strain everything in a fine mesh strainer. And now I'm just measuring out 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And you'll notice this really doesn't have a lot of seasoning. It's relying heavily on things like chicken stock and things like that. So now I'm just making 4 cups of better than bouillon chicken stock. You can use boxed chicken stock if you want. This is just more economical, I find, and it tastes great. So next we're over a medium flame. I'm adding the 4 tablespoons of butter and I'm going to melt it. And once it's melted, I'm going to add the onion and celery, and I'm going to saute the onion and celery until they're translucent. This takes about a few minutes, maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
What I did with the celery,
and then once that's done, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Interestingly enough, this recipe doesn't call for equal amounts of fat and flour. Usually when you're doing like a roux, so like with vegetables in there, it's usually equal amounts, but they did not do it that way. So now I'm just cooking the flour out. It takes about 1 minute. You want to cook out that flour taste, so just make sure everything's incorporated, the fat and the flour have, come together. And then I add 4 cups of chicken stock. I'm using the better than bouillon. I'm going to mix well. Now you could have done it slowly, but I was talking to my mom and I wasn't really paying attention. It doesn't really matter. And then I mixed until there was no more lumps. Just took a minute. And now I have to make 4 more cups of the better than bouillon. I didn't have an 8-cup measuring cup. I only had a 4-cup that my cousin Helen got me over at Helen. Can't imagine she bought this for Christmas last year for me. It was such a great gift. Then I add 4 more cups of chicken stock. And now I'm going to mix thoroughly, and I'm going to allow the soup to thicken. I'm going to allow it to simmer. And while that's happening, I am going to measure out 1 3/4 cup of half and half. It's not a diet recipe. I guess you could use milk, whole milk if you wanted. And then finally, I'm just going to chop up some peanuts to garnish the soup with. You're going to finely chop them, by the way. And then I'm going to finely chop
Do you want to listen to a
some
book
parsley.
on tape this afternoon, maybe? Or do you want to go out to the garden?
And once
it's
that's
very cool
done,
outside.
then I'm going to strain the soup. And this is very important. You have to do it. Otherwise, it's not a pleasant soup experience because it's the celery and it's kind of fibrous. You need to strain it. So this takes a moment, but it's well worth it because it gives you a really creamy, smooth soup. And you wouldn't believe how much vegetable is there for that little bit. And so just finishing it off. And once that's done, because I'm using a brand new stock pot that I've poured everything into, I'm adding 2 cups of creamy peanut butter. Now, of course, they made their own peanut butter back then. This recipe probably goes back to the early 1700s. So probably 1630. And we're going to mix thoroughly until the peanut butter is fully incorporated. But the King's Tavern opened in 1772 in Colonial Williamsburg. And this is one of the things they had on the menu. So you're going to fully incorporate the peanut butter. It doesn't take that long. It pretty much melts and comes together pretty fast. And then I add the half and half. And now we're done. We're just going to mix thoroughly. We're going to bring to a simmer one more time to make sure everything's fully incorporated and everything's thickened.
I used to love going there, remember?
And once that's done, I take a test to make sure the seasoning's right, if I need to add salt, which I didn't. And now I'm just going to store what I don't use in storage containers and can keep in the refrigerator for up to 1 week.
I would like to raise.
And when I'm serving, this is what I had for lunch, I garnished it with parsley and the chopped peanuts, and it was so good. And they serve it with bread also at the King's Arm. That was, as a little kid, this was really, like, I felt so adult when I'd get this because everybody else was having it. You know, I was like a little kid of 5 or 6, and it was so delicious because I loved peanut butter. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. I guarantee if you make it, it will be a hit. It's a great fall winter meal. Enjoy. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. If you're enjoying our content, and we really hope that you are, please consider becoming a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. It's all because of the AI algorithm that's running now, the show. It's harder to get likes, subscribe, because they're not pushing videos forward anymore. It's just not very easy. You'll find that a lot of content creators are talking about it. So if you can help us out, we really want to grow and become successful. Thank you all for your help. Our new times, we now post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So that's 3 times a week we post videos. If you're not already a subscriber, consider becoming one. Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. All right, we'll see you all real soon. Thank you all for watching. We're ever so grateful to everyone coming by and watching one of our little videos. And for our new and old subscribers who are supporting us and helping us grow, we're so grateful. As always, please stay safe and be blessed. I leave you with some video I took of the nighttime sky. It's quite beautiful. Enjoy.